Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the Clásica San Sebastián. To be honest, one of my favourite one-day races in the entire pro cycling calendar. We have many of the most difficult climbs available in the Basque Country. We have the Jazzkabel, the AYUSO'S climb as well. And I think those two climbs did feature at the Azulia Basque Country Tour earlier in the year. But let's take a look at the start list. Julian Alaphilippe, the heavy favourite, I would say, for the Koenig Quick-Step. But next, I do want to mention Bauke Mollema. Now, Mollema has entered this race 8 of the last 8 editions. He's been in the top 10 every single time. I think on the podium 4 times and won the race as well. So he always goes very well here. You can see the Ineos Grenadiers have Bernal, Adam Yates. Bernal returning for the first time since the Giro d'Italia. Simon Yates is here. Jonas Vingegaard as well. Mikel Landa returns after his crash at the Giro d'Italia. Cannot wait to see that. And we also have the debut of one of the most exciting young riders in the world right now, Juan Ayuso. This man, he's going to be pretty special, just 18 years old. Looking further down, Wilco Kelderman, Warren Barguil, but I think we've mentioned all of the main favourites. Luis Leon Sanchez, I think, has won this race a couple of times as well. But just to show you the entire start list before we select our team, there you go. And yeah, I'm going to have to do it, guys. We're going to have to ride with UAE Team Emirates and the debut, the World Tour debut of Juan Ayuso. Like I said, he is 18 years old. He has transferred mid-season to UAE Team Emirates. Some of you may not have heard of this man, but I assure you, you will do sooner or later. I think he's good enough to win this race right now in real life. But aside from him, they have plenty of good riders. Alessandro Covi, Matteo Trentin as well. So let's get into it. Away we go then, and not the best set of race days to be fair. Alessandro Covi and Valerio Conti, the only plus ones for us as we see Alaphilippe. Like I said, the heavy favourite for this one. But if we can get Covi over that final climb, he is probably our best sprinter and would be one of the best sprinters left at the front. But I think it's going to be highly selective. We just need to try and get someone over all of these really difficult climbs. And I don't really want to do chasing all day, so I have followed an attack by Bidard. And now Valerio Conti on a +2 day. He is 78 hill on the day. He is in that breakaway and they've let him go. So this is a really nice move for us because, of course, we now don't need to do any relaying whilst Conti is up front. And quickly, the breakaway have been given a 4.5 minute lead. Looking at the other riders briefly, Sweeney is here as well as Sebastian Burek, Johan Jacobs as well. So looking at these guys, I would say we are the best rider in this group, particularly on that +2 day. As expected then, things have been very quiet over the first couple of climbs. We still have around a 5-minute lead on the chasing pack behind, but I think things will light up as soon as we hit the Jazzkabel climb, and the following kind of 50k will be huge. But beforehand, pressing on are the Ineos Grenadiers. They're clearly working for either Yates or Bernal, two really massive favourites in this race. 2 of the top 5 favourites, I would say. And now the gap is down to 2 minutes. Gianni Moscon right at the back of the peloton as we hit the foot of the Jazzkabel climb and look at the rhythm. Zamarki actually looking to attack, it would seem. And Julian Alaphilippe has suffered a puncture. He should be able to stay in the race, I believe. And whilst that is happening, Honoré seems to be upping the rhythm. He's clearly just got the message right there. And now order restores to the peloton with the Grenadiers coming to the front. But Conti trying to hold on to this slender margin in the breakaway. And yes, I am protecting Ayuso. We are going to try and maybe get a result with him, but I think Covi is probably our best option on the day because he has that sprint as well. But I think I'll have to try something with Ayuso at some point in the race. But sadly, the breakaway, 55k to go. I think we're about to be caught. None of these guys have anything left, so it's worth setting up with the peloton. Now caught them already, so not a really successful breakaway, but Conti's still looking pretty good and he can definitely still help out. We still, by the way, have all of our riders over the top of the Jazzkabel climb. More falls. This time it's Stibar and Ilan van Wilder as well. 2 good riders. Stibar would have been a valuable helper to Alaphilippe for sure. Here we go then, the AYUSO'S climb gets underway. Still, Ineos have plenty of numbers. I've put Ryabushenko and David Dela Cruz to the front. Covi is here. Ayuso forced a little further back for my liking. Let's maybe up him to 87 just to try and keep him to the punchy end of the race. But look at Ineos. They're really taken massive control today. So Kovi is doing a very good job staying to the front. Ryabushenko, he is now done for the day. Ayuso struggling a little more to stay to the front of the race, getting blocked off a little bit by a couple of riders. And now here we go. We do see some moves. Danny Martinez on the front for Ineos. This is becoming so difficult so quickly. We need to stay right at the front now as Lorenzo Rossi, one of the riders, being dropped. However, Ayuso is going to stay here alongside Valerio Conti, I believe. Let's punch up to 95 over the top just to make sure we're still in this group. Kovi is here as well. We have 52 riders here. Okay, and now we're seeing attacks go. I should probably try and follow. I think Simon Yates is one of the riders trying to follow as well. And I think this is where Ayuso is going to come into play for us. Let's try. Juan Ayuso is going to try and bridge to the front of the race. Kovi can sit up in the group behind. Can Ayuso get there? We have Yates here. We have Landa, Vingegaard. We have Barguil as well, and Ayuso is doing his best to get to this elite group, and he's got there. We have 6 riders now at the front of this race. Who else is coming on? Honore, Mollema, and the rest of the group. 28 riders are here. So that move didn't work out for Ayuso. We still have Conti, we still have Kovi looking very good indeed. To be honest, it's probably best if we play quite defensively here, because that sprint on Kovi is so strong. Good hill stat as well on the day. And only this final climb to make a difference. So I think what I'm going to try and do is ride to the foot of the final hill with Valerio Conti. Ayuso on the wheel, of course. He can maybe try and attack and follow attacks on that climb. If not, Kovi can sprint for it. Although I must say, no real flat section after the climb, or at least a very short one. So we don't really have a massive amount of time to form that sprint. Anyway, 8k to go. Let's use those gels straight up to 90, 92 into the foot of this climb with Valerio Conti. There goes Alaphilippe. There goes Julian Alaphilippe. Can anyone follow Julian Alaphilippe? That is the question, and I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Adam Yates is going to try, but look at our guy's energy. Boy, oh boy, this is so difficult. Ayuso up to maybe 90, really trying to tow Alessandro Kovi along, and he's doing a great job. Remember, this man is 18 years old, up to maybe 92. Alaphilippe trying to hold on to that lead. Ayuso has done the job though, and he's caught them with Kovi on his wheel. Let's try and press on up to 90. Maybe Kovi now up to 98. Maybe Alessandro Kovi attacking over the top here. Alessandro Kovi attacking for the win here at the Clásica San Sebastián. Let's follow Simon Yates with Ayuso, but Kovi is clear with 4k to go. And behind this is Mikel Landa trying to chase. Ayuso still following the Yates bros really well indeed. Ida Schelling still in this group as well, but Alessandro Kovi, guys, I think we've won the Clásica San Sebastián here. And Alessandro Kovi is the man who's going to do it by 20 seconds. What a win for Alessandro Kovi. It's an absolute beauty here today. Ayuso as well in the top 10, and our young guns have more than delivered today. It's the Yates bros on the podium, but Alessandro Kovi ends on top. Well guys, that was one hell of a race. I thought about attacking with Ayuso, I thought about attacking with Conti, I thought about attacking with all of our riders, not really Kovi, but the opportunity arose. He had the energy over the top of that final little hill, and what a man. Alessandro Kovi is the winner of the Clásica San Sebastián, and look at the riders he has beaten today, and Juan Ayuso as well. Shout out to him. I cannot wait to watch this man mix it up in real life in the World Tour. And by the way, Bauke Mollema, he got that top 10 as always at San Sebastián. But if you enjoyed, make sure you smash that like button, drop a sub on this channel as well if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one.